everybody, we're back at it. Got a few things here I wanted to show you. Number one would be the old wire going to the starter, the trigger wire for it. And then up here is where it went over to the alternator. We're going to need a power wire and a trigger for it too. You know, it looks to me like as if Mini Cooper knew I was coming. That's pretty much how I'm going to need it. All I need for this motor is a trigger wire to tell that starter to turn over, power wire for the battery, and somewhere over here in this mess I'm going to get me a power wire going to the coil. So that'll turn on and off. This will crank it over. This here's where the little trigger wires go. So, you know, I don't know. Voltmeter, all that stuff probably ain't gonna work. Tachometer probably ain't gonna work. All that stuff's gonna have to get reconfigured. I was kind of thinking about maybe a motorcycle tach, because the way Mini Cooper carries these tachometers on the steering wheel right there, the only issue is it does have turn signals and stuff in it. They do make tachometers that have a oil pressure, engine temperature, stuff like that in them. You know, you got your radio over there with your speedometer and gas gauge and all. So I'll have to figure some of that out. I'm not quite to that point yet, but I think it's gonna pretty much mash together pretty good. What I wanted to do here right now is just show you. I've been taking some measurements. So I've got this little board that is like just a little bit off the edge, just, you know, close. So I put this little mark here. Where'd that little mark go? There we go. There's the inside of the frame rails. Boom. There's the drip edge along the edge there where it come together, and I got these marks that show you where the old tunnel is. Let's see where that flatness, I've got 2 inches of rise here all the way across, and then in the center section here I've got like 9. So we've got a little angle going back here. So it's kind of similar to the firewall in the truck. I was really worried about this right here. We've got our heater and AC hoses coming out. I was thinking that's going to really seriously get in my way. But like I said, I've done some measuring again. And get this cable out of there. Shift cable. Shifter's up in there too, you can't quite see right now, but I figured we'll get that shield out of the way. I can remanufacture us a better one in there, make it a little tight, because, you know, if a transmission's going to be that close to the floorboard, probably should put something in there to help keep the heat off. So it's pretty flat down here. Got a lot of area over here. I can get that front body mount bolt in. I'm looking where that back one goes. I may need to help out with some support. Got a little frame rail that runs all the way down the middle on both sides too. So if I have to make this wider, I may run into a few little problems. But according to the way everything's going so far, I may not even have to cut the floorboards on this thing. But I'm going to save the transmission tunnel out of the truck just in case. This here's where the steering came out on an angle going to the electric power steering. That's going to have to end up probably getting moved over through here somewhere. The ABS system, I don't care about anti-lock brakes. If all 4 of them suckers want to lock up, let them lock up. So that'll help stop me faster one way or the other, as long as I'm not in the mud, snow and ice, or some type of slippery situation. But in any case, I did some measuring with this little stick here, figure out where everything is here and how much room that I'm going to end up having, figuring that's going to be the back of the wheel well opening. Let's go over here to the truck. take my little trusty board and we flip it around the other way here. And if we look, them two lines, they're kind of sort of on the edge of the trans. I might need to maybe get a little sledgehammer action going on. But if I measured from that board down to here, I'm right around 10 inches. And I've got 9 in the car. So I'm about an inch out. But also if you look at these mounts right there, that sits a little lower. So I may need to, my original thought, go get a 3-inch body lift kit. And they're just plastic pieces that go in there, so I can cut them down however tall I need them. So the converter will end up going, it's kind of, you can tell, sitting up toward the full board a little too tight. So I'm thinking take the exhaust down, maybe run them out the side or something over here. I don't know. We'll figure exhaust out when we get to exhaust. The most important part is actually getting this body on this thing and being able to do it with as little cutting and stuff as possible. So if I take the board and I put it, you know, kind of parallel here with the back of the tires, it looks pretty close. It's about where the back of the wheel well is going to line up. Now, like I said, you come from over at this angle, man, I really think this sucker's gonna fit. So we'll find out soon enough. I'm gonna get everything cleaned up, get the gas tank and stuff out of here. Got to get the car jacked up, get the rear suspension and everything out from underneath it. Once I get all that out, a couple 4x4 poles, some cinder blocks, get this guy up in the air, because you know I don't have a gantry or nothing like that. Again, I'm building it in tents. So this is a poor man's shop. That's what we call it. $450, $500. You get you a couple of these tents and you can do it too. They're about $250 a piece over at Harbor Freight. So here we are. You see that sun's doing really good. Nice pretty blue skies today. Hearing some thunder. It's definitely, whoa, big old red hornet, wasp, whatever. Ooh, he's trying to make a house in that car over there. Oh yeah, he's in there. Oh, right in that hole right there. We're gonna have to kill him too. Anywho, folks, that's where we're at.